The truth about love and personal growth. It's about who you are, not what you do. In life, effort is essential for achieving our goals. Whether it's working hard to get into your dream school, aiming for promotions at work, or building relationships that lead to success and wealth, effort plays a big role in getting what we want. These are all worthy pursuits, and they take determination and drive. But there's one thing that can't be earned through effort alone. Love. Love that's forced or coerced will always face challenges. Have you ever noticed that? True love is not something you can simply work toward or earn with effort. Why? Because love is not a prize. It's not something you can acquire through enough striving or flattery. In fact, the so-called love that is driven by desperate efforts is often not love at all. It's compromise. It's surrender. It's transactional. So, what exactly is true love? True love is a natural connection between two people. It's the kind of bond that allows you to be yourself, no pretenses, no exhausting need to impress, no constant fear of losing the other person. Real love brings peace. It's not something you collect by accumulating enough good deeds. It's a response that naturally emerges when you've grown and found peace within yourself. At its core, love is a life-to-life connection, not a deal or an accomplishment. Love isn't a project or a plan. It's not an adventure or a stroke of luck. Love is not something you earn by doing the right things. It's something that flows naturally when you become the person you are meant to be. So if you're single, don't panic or feel like something is wrong with you. Loneliness is not a failure or a flaw. It's often a necessary step toward clarity and growth. When you learn to enjoy your own company, to be at peace with yourself, you'll be ready for a healthy relationship when the time comes. Don't hold on to the wrong person just to escape loneliness. Don't use shallow distractions to fill the emptiness inside. Don't seek temporary thrills to numb a deeper, long-term void. Notice how some people, despite staying busy or constantly surrounded by others, still feel lonely inside. False intimacy can often feel lonelier than being alone. Misguided or rushed love can be more draining than solitude. True personal growth begins when you're comfortable being by yourself, when you can go out to eat alone, watch a movie solo, walk home at night without feeling scared or lonely, and process your emotions on your own. It's in these moments of solitude that you begin to discover that the greatest love of all is not depending on someone else, it's finding peace and fulfillment within yourself. That's why I encourage you to take control of your own life, even in your moments of loneliness. Live authentically, be patient with yourself, wait for what's right. And most importantly, know that you are worthy of love. True love will not be begged for, stolen, or forced. It will come to you when you've become your most authentic self. So, how do we attract others? I believe the answer lies in enhancing our personal charisma. But here's the key. True charisma isn't just about appearance or charm. It's about your personality. Of course, charm matters, but let's be real. Physical beauty will fade over time. Even the most stunning looks can't escape the ravages of time. You've probably heard the saying, time is a butcher's knife. Harsh, but undeniably true. This is why true charisma can never be determined by age or physical appearance alone. If you don't believe me, let's look at a couple of real-life examples. Take French President Emmanuel Macron. Handsome, talented, a rising star in global politics, he's the epitome of elite success. But have you seen his wife, Brigitte Macron? She's 24 years older than him. Some people might say, that's crazy. But think about it. Could a man like him become the president of France, gain the trust of his nation, and earn international respect if he wasn't someone with depth and an understanding of what truly matters in life? For such a man to choose her, there has to be more to her than just looks. Brigitte Macron has a unique charisma that transcends age and appearance. Her energy, wisdom, and personal confidence speak volumes. Or let's consider Jacqueline Kennedy, one of the most iconic first ladies in American history. Though her appearance was once mocked as alien-like, she captured the heart of President John F. Kennedy, and later married the wealthiest shipping magnate in the world, Aristotle Onassis. How did someone whose looks were not considered extraordinary attract such powerful men? The answer is simple. She possessed an undeniable charisma that went far beyond what the eye could see. She was graceful, confident, and radiated a sense of calm and strength that made her magnetic qualities that time and age could never diminish. In both of these cases, it's clear that charisma is about far more than physical appearance. It's about inner strength, self-assurance, and the ability to live life authentically. Now, how can you enhance your own personal charisma? Today, I want to share with you 7 charisma codes. Remember these 7, and your personal charisma will instantly multiply. Rule 1. Restrain the impulse to show off. A truly confident person never needs to rely on showing off to prove themselves. Showing off may look like self-display, but in reality, it is a disguise, an outward projection of inner insecurity and self-doubt. The more eager you are to flaunt your achievements, wealth, or connections, the more others can see the emptiness inside. Showing off does not bring respect. It invites jealousy, resentment, and misunderstanding. Believe this. Truly powerful people shine even in silence. Like stars in the night sky, they do not need noise or announcements. Their mere existence is dazzling enough. The more composed a person is, the more respect they earn. Resisting the urge to show off is, in fact, a matter of perspective and maturity. The more you learn to hold back, the more curious others become about the strength behind your calm. True masters are never in a rush to prove themselves. Instead, they invest their energy in accumulation and refinement. When the right moment comes, their strength speaks for itself. For example, have you ever noticed those who are truly wise and accomplished? They rarely talk about their success, nor do they rush to display their wealth. Their words, demeanor, and gaze already convey their confidence. In contrast, those who are eager to show off often come across as frivolous and unstable. Therefore, restraining the impulse to show off is not about suppressing yourself, it is about cultivating depth and composure. The quieter you are in your self-cultivation, the more effortlessly you radiate a charisma that cannot be ignored. True charisma is not measured by how much you say, but by the weight others feel even when you say nothing at all. Rule 2. Do not complain casually. Complaining may seem like a release, but without restraint it often becomes a drain. Pouring your pain indiscriminately onto others may not bring understanding, it may create distance. Not everyone has the ability, nor the willingness, to carry your emotions. Excessive complaining makes you appear like an emotional garbage truck, always needing someone else to clean up after you. A truly charismatic person is, first and foremost, someone who can manage their own emotions. They know how to settle themselves before facing problems. When you can steady yourself, others feel safe to rely on you. If a person constantly wears their suffering on their sleeve, over time people will see them as lacking strength and may unconsciously drift away. Of course, this does not mean you should suppress your emotions or pretend to be strong. Complaining requires wisdom. It requires choosing the right time and the right person. True friends will support you when you need it most, but you cannot treat everyone as your emotional outlet. Knowing boundaries and practicing restraint is a mark of maturity. Remember, pain is not meant to be displayed, but to be digested. The more you can process your emotions in solitude, the more strength you accumulate in silence. Then, when you speak again, your words will not be complaints but experiences. What you share will not be negativity but strength. So, do not complain casually. Learn to transform pain into growth and emotions into wisdom. In doing so, you will not burden others. You will instead be seen as resilient, reliable, and truly charismatic. Rule 3. Do not entangle with toxic people. Do not waste energy on trivial matters. In life, it is inevitable that we encounter toxic people and messy situations. Toxic people are those who drain you, belittle you, or exploit you. Trivial matters are endless petty troubles, meaningless arguments, or problems that cannot be changed. Many people feel exhausted not because life itself is unbearably hard, but because they waste too much energy on these toxic people and trivial matters. You must understand, toxic people will not become better because you entangle with them, and trivial matters will not disappear because you obsess over them. You cannot change them, nor can you save them. The only thing you can control is your own mindset and choices. Instead of wasting energy in entanglement, withdraw your attention and invest your energy in yourself. Also, some trivial matters are like old, worn-out baggage. The longer you carry them, the heavier they become. If you refuse to let go, they will continue to weigh you down. But once you learn to release them, you will realize how much lighter and freer you can walk. Remember, at every stage of life, you can shine in your own way. Do not let past shadows bind your heart, and do not allow those who hurt you to continue occupying your life. Let them drift away with the wind. Let trivial matters fade with time. Save your energy for people and things that truly matter, and invest it in your own growth and brilliance. True charisma is not about how much toxicity or triviality you can endure. It is about knowing when to step away decisively, turn gracefully, and live as a radiant beam of light. Rule 4. Do not treat anyone as your sole support. On the journey of life, we all encounter people we can trust, family, friends, partners. Their companionship and support can indeed bring us warmth and strength. But remember, trust is not the same as dependence. Trust is mutual understanding and support, while dependence is placing your entire sense of security on someone else. Once you treat a person as your only support, your heart becomes fragile. If that support falters, your world collapses with it. You become passive, timid, anxious, and may even lose the ability to think and choose independently. True security never comes from others. It comes from the confidence within yourself. Independence is the most beautiful foundation of any relationship. It allows you to remain dignified in intimacy, composed in friendship, and confident in the workplace. You need not fear loss, because you know that even without others, you can still stand firm and move forward. So, carve this sentence into your heart. Your most reliable support will always be yourself. When you possess the confidence of independence, your life radiates a power that cannot be replaced. Others may walk alongside you as partners and companions, but you are the true master of your own life. Rule 5. Keep secrets, stay composed. True wisdom is not measured by how much you say, but by knowing when to remain silent and when to hold back. The ability to keep things to yourself and stay composed is both a perspective and a strength. Many people have the habit of exposing their hearts too easily, complaining at the slightest grievance, sharing secrets without caution. But you must understand, not everyone is worthy of trust, and not everyone can safeguard your sincerity. Excessive disclosure often makes you lose your sense of proportion, and may even cause others to look down on you. True masters know how to keep important matters within, and conserve their energy for themselves. Staying composed is a sign of maturity. Life will always bring moments of frustration and situations that stir impatience. If you rush to react or prove yourself, you risk being led by emotion into poor decisions. In contrast, when you can remain calm, observe quietly, and think clearly, you are able to deliver the most powerful response at the right moment. Remember, the more calmly you cultivate yourself, the more astonishing your presence will be when the time comes. Composure is not coldness. It is a deep, inner confidence. Therefore, keeping things to yourself and staying composed is not about suppressing who you are, but about learning boundaries, learning patience, and learning to store strength in silence. In this way, your charisma becomes deeper, your aura more stable. People will realize that your words carry weight not because you speak often, but because when you do, every word counts. Rule 6. Learn to enjoy solitude. Do not be a social butterfly. Solitude is the highest form of self-cultivation. Many people fear loneliness, believing that without noise they have failed, or that without company they are unwanted. So they desperately throw themselves into parties, banquets, and social gatherings, using external clamor to fill inner emptiness. But you must understand, true self-worth is never given by others. It is built by yourself. Learning to enjoy solitude means you no longer need external excitement to prove your value. You can quietly read, take a walk, travel, or reflect on your own. You can face your emotions, sort out your feelings, and care for your life independently. Solitude is not isolation. It is the ability to engage deeply with yourself. Only when you find peace in solitude can you remain clear and balanced in relationships. Not being a social butterfly means you no longer scatter your time and energy across meaningless socializing. Truly charismatic people are not easily pulled into drinking tables or noisy nightclubs by a few calls or messages. They know how to say no, and they know how to choose. Their social interactions are not about filling emptiness, but about exchanging value and sharing growth. For example, you may have seen people who are constantly busy with gatherings, whose social media looks lively, yet whose inner world grows emptier. They lack the ability to be alone, the courage to converse with themselves. In contrast, those who embrace solitude live seemingly quiet lives, yet they radiate strength. Their eyes are steady, their presence composed, because they have already established their boundaries of value in solitude. Remember, solitude is not cutting yourself off from the world. It is preparing you to enter it more fully. The more you discover yourself in solitude, the more independent and dignified you will be in relationships. Truly respectable people are never cheap. Their solitude is their confidence, their charisma, and a force that cannot be ignored. Rule 7. Accumulate deeply, release slowly. Charisma is never achieved overnight. It is not a quick performance, but the result of steady accumulation over time. True charisma is often hidden in your daily efforts, quietly nurtured through consistent growth and perseverance. Many people are impatient, eager to be seen and recognized immediately. In their restlessness, they sacrifice long-term depth for short-term glamour. But you must understand, genuine character and style are shaped by time, carved by life itself. They require patience, accumulation, and waiting. To accumulate deeply and release slowly means you do not need to rush to prove yourself. You can study quietly, improve steadily, and build your strength silently. When the right moment arrives, your depth will naturally reveal itself, and your presence will unexpectedly command respect. Like a tree whose roots grow deep, its branches and leaves flourish. Like a river that flows long, it eventually gathers into the sea. To take things slowly means believing in the power of time. You may not own a Chanel wardrobe, but you must cultivate your own unique style. That style is not external decoration, but inner value. It is a charisma that cannot be taken away or imitated. So, do not be anxious. Do not be restless. Charisma is a marathon, not a sprint. What you must do is dedicate yourself each day to accumulating, refining, and growing. And when the time comes, you will discover that you already possess a depth that no one else can replace. Finally, I wish that each of us, no matter our age, can live with depth, charisma, confidence, and composure. When you stop clinging to pleasing others, proving yourself, or depending on anyone, you will discover the truly powerful version of yourself. True charisma is not about being more beautiful or having more people around you. It is about finally loving the strong, steady, and authentic self within you. Remember, loneliness is not failure, it is part of growth. Waiting is not waste, it is life's way of ripening. So, may you live authentically, even in solitude, choose clearly, even in waiting, and shine brightly at every stage of life. May you walk through your journey with elegance, confidence, and unwavering grace. That is your true charisma. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this article, Please like and share. If you enjoy my channel, please subscribe. May we all, in the journey of life, meet the best version of ourselves and the truest love.